Aquarius, interesting. I feel like you've been struggling with something. Coming into March, you feel like there's some sort of struggle, or that you have been struggling with something. It might have been an unexpected obstacle, or it might be just an obstacle that's short-lived and you've needed to exert a bit of energy into getting it moving, and you're probably feeling a bit tired. I feel like you really need some guidance. That's my sense of it here. There's a sense of tiredness, and that you really want someone to give you some guidance on how to progress forward. It's like you really, really need it, and you need someone to show you how to connect. I don't know why I was drawn to this, but there's a spiral in the High Priest over the heart chakra, and I'm drawn to that for some reason. So maybe it's something to do with the heart. Maybe it's been a relationship where you're just tired of doing the same old thing, and it feels like there was obstacles and struggles up to this point. The High Priest is saying you need some counsel, or you need some support, or someone with some wisdom that's going to point you in the right direction and say, this is how it goes. It's also telling me to connect to not just your higher mind, but your intuition and higher knowledge. I mean, maybe you need to read something that will offer you insight, or that will take you to the next level of understanding about your situation. That's what I feel like. You've been on the lower end of the struggle. Like it's kind of like the base chakra energy, where, you're just operating from the base chakra. And so it's been a struggle if you understand what the chakras are. And so the High Priest, it's like you need to rise above that base chakra energy to look at things from a higher perspective and from wisdom and understanding, so that you can come to some sort of peace. Why you haven't done that to this point? Because of disillusionment, maybe dissatisfaction, disappointment, this a sense of drowning in emotions. Maybe that's more so that I feel that you've maybe been drowning in emotions, and you haven't been able to access your higher mind and higher wisdom and knowledge in order to overcome these obstacles. That's what it feels like as the struggle or the obstacles, a sense of drowning. But when I say that, I don't see that it's not able to be overcome, because the rest of the spread for me is actually quite positive. And I don't even feel that's negative either. It's just showing me that you need to rise above those lower emotions that you've experienced and take wise action. And the action, or the advice for you, is the Page of Cups. I actually quite like this card. It's an interesting card. Very different from the usual Rider-Waite, these cards. The advice here is emotions may surface, and communication is highlighted with any page cards. So communications that are of an emotional nature, but be careful how here we have the Four of Cups as to why you haven't accessed that wise mind or wise counsel, because you felt like you've been drowning possibly. And the Page of Cups is also saying to use your emotions, but there's a dolphin here. Dolphins are intuitive. It's not so much about being emotional, but being aware intuitively, connecting to your own intuition, which again is part of the High Priestess. and looking at the situation from a high perspective, I guess that, you're learning something new. That's the other feeling I get with the Page of Cups. It's like you're learning how to use your intuition a different way, and you're learning how to use your emotions a different way. Not in the sense that you're going to drown in your emotions. If this is a relationship or any kind of emotional issue, it's counseling you to not drown in the emotions, find a way to rise above them and use them in a way where you can express them but not feel attached to the emotions. Also, be aware of taking or being projected on by other people's emotions, if that makes sense. How much of what you're experiencing is your emotion and how much of it is theirs. You kind of have to learn to distinguish between those so you don't feel like you're in this position of drowning. And maybe that's what the struggle was before. Maybe whoever you were with was also in some sort of emotional state, and you brought that upon yourself as well. You absorbed their emotional energy, and it felt too much. So rising above the emotional levels and learning how to communicate with intuition and the emotion in balance. It's also saying be open to gifts, be open to receiving. That's the other thing. Be open to receiving. Maybe you felt depleted and you weren't asking for what you needed, and now it's time to receive. That's the other message I'm hearing here. Ultimately, what will come out of this is the Eight of Wands. Interesting card. Let me just have a think on how that relates. Looks like there's going to be some pretty fast movement happening for you in March. As with this card, they're both saying be careful of any strings attached. So if something's coming to you or something's happening around you, you accept it, but be careful of any strings attached to that. Be aware of any risks involved in any kind of communication or any kind of happening, whether it's a relationship or work related. Beware of strings attached, but there will be definite forward motion. And be methodical and focused in how you approach the situation. The other message here, and I kind of understand that now through the pictures, let the past go. What's ever happened in the past, let it go, and don't let that prevent you from moving forward, because there will be fast movement. And listen to your intuition to guide you in the right direction. Things will start to pick up pace in March. Whether it's communications, it could indicate communications with someone from afar. It could even mean traveling. Or it could just be that things start to move very quickly for you. If you felt tired and like your efforts have been wasted, I feel like you're going to pick up pace again. And it will be okay. The outcome card is the Page of Pentacles. This is also an interesting card, very different to the normal Rider-Waite Tarot and most tarot cards. It's an interesting card, and I get what the message is just by looking at it. It's saying patience. You've got two pages here. Be patient with communication, and be careful how you communicate, and also be patient with how things are developing. It says here things will start to pick up pace, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to have a resolution in March. I feel like even with the Page of Pentacles, it's saying there's still work to be done. Yes, things will start to move, but there's still work to be done, and you have to be patient and move with it carefully. Like with this card also, it's saying, I think it was the Eight of Wands. The message was about being methodical and focused in how you apply your energy and letting go of the past so that it doesn't influence where you're going and your future. The Page of Pentacles is also advising to listen carefully to any messages that are creative or have a financial potential. And it's also a time to learn something new. And as the plant, it's growing slowly. It needs sunlight. It needs the elements of nature in order for it to grow and develop. And so you need to give things time. And so this is a period of learning for you, whatever this relates to: work, relationships, family matters, communicating with people, or maybe even with business. This is a period of learning, and you might need to study something, or you might be reading more books. It's like you feel like you're at the beginning of something. You're learning something all over again. But it's a period of time where things will slowly develop, and you need to nourish this time of growth. It's actually a really good card to have. And the Nine of Cups is the foundation card. So whatever this situation is, it's what you've wanted. You've gotten what you've wanted, but there's been a struggle to get to this point. And you're probably quite tired. And this next level is about rising above the past, rising above the struggle, rising above all the conflict and obstacles, and finding a way to navigate with your intuition, keeping your eyes open, not going in blindly, still keeping your eyes open and finding balance. Let me just check the numerology. I don't think I checked it with Pisces. I hope they forgive me. Oh, wow, it's a 22. It's a master number. And master numbers are difficult. They can be difficult, meaning they can be more of a challenge. I mean, a 22 breaks down to a 4. So 4s are about foundation, setting a very firm foundation. So whatever it is that you are looking at or dealing with for the month of March, you are now setting the foundation for the future. You are setting the foundation for future growth and for future harmony and stability. And that's why you need to be careful with how you tread here, and to be wise and use your intuition and guidance or counsel from someone that can offer you a better perspective. But the 22s are also about unity, possibly bringing two things together, two opposing energies together. But it's, again, like the 22, and it's rising above the base, which is the 4. You're actually at a higher level, you're higher learning, so you will need to learn new skills, or you will need to learn a new way of dealing with something, or just looking at things differently, from a higher perspective more so that you can move forward. But it's good that you've got the 9 of Cups there. The 9 of Cups as a basis means it's something that you've wanted. It hasn't come easy to you, though. 5 of Wands tells me that. And the 22 numerologically tells me that any master number is a difficult, challenging number. But when you master it, being a master number, when you master that energy, you achieve so much more. And the rewards are so much greater. So give this time in March to develop and learn and grow. I really hope that was useful for you, Aquarius. And I hope you enjoyed the cards as well.